I've met a lot of people in NA, AA the past year, or people who are in it. I've never done that, and I've never really felt the need because it's like a substance thing. Like, I've used, like, intoxicating substances, like, you know, drinking alcohol, smoked weed, tobacco, but those typically aren't the things that you do to be like, I need to go to NA or AA. Well, actually, for some people, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, my point is, I couldn't relate to a lot of, like, the hard drug stuff, or, like, you know, I've never been in jail, I've never been in prison, stuff like that, but I felt so connected to every single one of them, because it's like, I see the pain in their eyes, and I haven't seen it like that in many people except myself. It's like, these are the type of people that know what it feels like to feel that pain. Which I don't know how to explain. We all have different stories. Everyone in the world has different origins to their pain. But it was like there was a level that they were on, and there was like an empathy and a wisdom and a vulnerability and like a bunch of other stuff that came with it. I have to adjust my headphone. But anyways, one thing that sort of I wish I could tell them is, like, it's safe for you to trust yourself. Like, I feel like, I don't know if it's the program or something that they all just have in common, that they have the same type of belief. Maybe it's like an ingrained belief from the program, or maybe it's just like something that they all for some reason have in common with, but a lot of them seem like they blame themselves for almost like every little terrible thing that's ever happened to them in their life. Because it's all about, like, your decisions, right? But it's like, first of all, what happened before that? Like, people don't just pick up stupid shit like that for fun. And if they do, they're probably really innocent and in a sketchy environment, and they don't know what they're getting themselves into. So that's also a form of something that happened to you. If you accidentally, like, are like, oh yeah, like, it's a party drug, like, all of my friends do it, and then you smoke meth, or your parent smokes meth with you, or so-and-so, you're in a weird situation, you are homeless and scared and in survival mode, or you just have something so traumatizing happen to you, because yes, ding-dongs, the world is that scary, for people who don't fucking get that. It's 2024, like, so much shit is being exposed, and all these privileged people are like, conspiracy, and it's like, nope, this is a suicidal world for a reason. We've got evil up in this bitch, and it's terrible. That's why some of us don't want to be here. But, yeah, it's just really sad, because some of them are, like, the sweetest people I've ever met, and they have such beautiful hearts. But it's all, like, I hope you guys don't truly honestly think that low of yourselves. Like, I hope that your AA meetings don't feel like you walk in to get help and they're like, I don't know, like, it just, if you're in the mentality all the time that every single thing you do or happens to you in life is because of you, that's excluding a huge chunk of life, which is you don't attract everything into your life, and you don't control everything that happens. So what makes you think that you're suddenly in control of everything that happens? So that would mean you were in control of everything that happened to you. I experienced this uncomfortably with somebody who is like, you know, he goes to NA, and we were talking a lot about just like pain and stuff and life and the universe and a lot of stuff. And I had brought up my story of something that I was a victim of, and I almost want to say that I'm now a survivor of, and it's like, nope, I don't think I'll ever fully recover from that. I honestly feel like a victim. And anyways, like, we were talking about that, and he was just like, oh, why do you, like, you gotta ask yourself how you did that to yourself. And I'm not even gonna go off on that right now because it would turn into 70 different 50-hour videos because there are so many reasons why that saying something like that is ignorant, is not rooted in a truthful 100% clear perspective of the realities of life and situations. It was just very ignorant and wrong, and like almost felt toxic. It did feel toxic because it was, that was like that was such an incorrect and stigmatizing statement that it literally feels like dangerous, because giving people that state of mind would literally endanger them to continue to fucking never feel love for themselves or safe or free because they have a lie blocking them. Like, I just want to be like, I'm sorry, my friend who had fucking chains wrapped around her ankles for years of her fucking life because she was sex trafficked did not attract that into her life. That didn't happen because of her life decisions, air quote. That didn't happen because, like, imagine saying that to her. What did you do to choose to allow that into your life? Like, what the fuck? She was literally taken advantage of. She was literally walking and was shoved into a van, and the rest is not my story to fucking tell. So I'm not gonna go into detail, but it's like, I think people who say things like that want to believe that that's the truth because that would mean you have an ultimate sense of control over everything that happens to you. So that must mean we have to be 100% responsible for the terrible things, because that way it means we can avoid terrible things happening to us because we'll be the ones in control. And it's like, that is so dangerous of a mentality to, again, you and everyone around you. And it's just, I don't think that people understand what they're really saying when they say that, but if they do, that's like mentally and spiritually and emotionally concerning to me. People did not become slaves because they attracted that into their life. Like, are you fucking kidding me? If you feel like your life is or was a whole mess because you felt like your decisions brought you there, then that's your life and your story. Maybe that was a lesson for you that you needed to learn, and that was a truth that you needed to find. Maybe. I don't know, but see, that's the thing. But that is not a universally applicable statement to say. See, we carry this like beating heart with us everywhere we go, and that heart is the center for love. And people who have not been very loving with that place and instead chose lovelessness and to hurt others probably had a pattern doing that throughout their life, and then eventually stepped back and said, I want to use my emotions and my heart to help people not hurt them. Well, you gotta be careful with that, because along the way, if you shut yourself off to your heart and claim that emotions are blinding or false, you will actually become somebody who hurts other people, because you're going to live your life in a way that shuts off your heart center. Or I'm sorry, you're going to live in a way that hurts you, which yes, could hurt other people too. But you can't minimize the value and the truth and the validity and the clarity and all of the literal, like, connecting the dots that exist in the heart space. So it's like, if you don't have a good relationship with your own heart, I hope you don't demonize it in the process of thinking that you're healing it. Emotions are meant to be felt. And some people carry that heart. And they feel like they're just learning how to use it, so it's like scary. And so it's like, if you truly think about that, for me, I don't judge that, but please don't come into a person's life like me that is like you don't take a victim of abuse and say that, oh, you should have felt this, or you only felt this because this, or basically you got hurt because you chose to love someone and you shouldn't have let yourself do that, or you shouldn't have done that. And it's like, first of all, I find it really disturbing to imagine myself existing in a state of mind and emotionalness like that I am so scared of my own heart, which is this beautiful beating compass that has never ever ever fucking steered me wrong. I would never ever stigmatize that as the problem. If you feel like who you are has caused harm to others, and you know that, that makes sense why you would want to be very hyper-conscious of your decisions and choices and what you bring into your life. But what you might not see is other people whose traumas in life are not due to their choices. They're on a different path than you. They're not trying to learn that their actions have consequences. They've probably known that their whole life, and while you were doing time, they were living in alignment with that. Like, it's just very scary. It's like two people could suffer from so much pain, but it's like a different type of pain. But it's pain, right? And the mentality of how we should look at our pain and go through our healing and what we are supposed to be learning, or this and that. You're on your own journey, dude. And you do not speak for other people. You're not their compass. You're not their soul. You're not their voice. You haven't spent a day in their shoes. Even if the shoes were similar, I'm gonna tell you, same size, same brand, same everything, you could have the same fucking shoes. You take that shoe off, and motherfucking every sole of the shoe is going to look different. Because the footsteps that imprinted the, compression on the sole of the foot, we're all different. Because we all walk differently. I mean, I'm being, physical about shoes, but metaphorical but also physical. And I'm not gonna explain myself. That's the thing, I don't do that anymore. Okay? We, as in me, and the no one else in the room that is here with me, but I guess anyone who understands. Fucking... I don't remember what I was saying. This apple's really good. My apple looks like a heart Also kind of looks like a vagina. And I love when little things happen like this. This is like a representation of where my spirit is traveling in space right now. I'm learning how to honor and stand up for intuition, divine feminine energy, love, light revealed in darkness, call it whatever you want. But this feeling I've had, this is always a feeling I have when I feel most aligned with myself. And that, I guess, ties perfectly back into the original point of this video, is in lighting your own way and walking your own path. Please remember that anyone meant to join you on that path, aka have a truth about themselves that they need to find, that's maybe you think is the same one as yours in you. People will join your path if they're truly meant to. The second you try and force someone on your path, or force someone on your truth, you stop guiding them. And whether or not you're conscious of that, that's not cool, dude. Please remember that everyone has their own lantern. And if you have truly been to that place with yourself, then you'll know that that all-encompassing truth is so much higher than you that it can't be denied. And you'll understand the mechanics of that truth, and that you will, like, seriously, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. So that's everything in the world. If you know, you know. So I feel that it would be wonderful if we all lived in a world where people were not held captive on their journeys to finding what they need to find and remembering what they need to remember. Because that is what takes you where you're trying to go. That is where you develop a sense of returning without physically leaving this world. None of us want to wait till we die to figure things out. But guess what? You don't have to. You can find it now. You just have to make sure that you're the one looking. And that when you get to the point where you don't feel like you have to look anymore, that you don't let someone else step in and redirect you back into the place of confusion. You're doing amazing at listening to yourself. What the fuck? I literally... Oh my god, these popped up right when I was done. And when I was saying that last sentence, I was like, whoa, what if this was a video? And then right after I said this, the video was over. And then physically the video ended. Let's see. Oh, Thoraya, thank you for bringing humanity to fucking humanity. Or like facilitating. That's the best part, is she facilitates bringing humanity to humanity. Like, she literally does that. She doesn't control anyone or anything, at least as far as I know. I don't know this person in person. She seems really cool. But like, she lets people be free to like discuss and find their truth, because she's literally like, tell me your story. I'm not here to direct you and tell you what to say. I'm here to hold the camera and let it come out. Beautiful. Love you, Sometimes I need to take deep breaths because my brain is a million miles a minute. I need to relax. Oh, these are great. Dude, we visit portals every time we watch these videos. And I don't mean that in like a, I know the secrets of the universe, this is what's metaphysically happening. I mean, yeah, technically there's metaphysical stuff behind it, but like, I'm like mentally, like, this elicits a certain thought and emotion and state of consciousness. That's what art does, and moving video art is no different. It's the whole, like, you know, take time to digest your content that you're absorbing. Make sure it's good for you. That's good. I just love that fucking fire. I think I may have clicked on this video already because I wanted to watch the fire burn. I'm too scared to make real fire like that and burn down my apartment complex. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of music like this lately, so that makes sense. I've watched a lot of shorts on this. It's like Timothy Chalamet. Sorry if I butchered your name, Tim. And sorry that I called you a nickname as if we're on a fucking first name basis. But then I started watching it and I was like, what is this movie? It's called Little Women? Oh my god. I would love to watch this now that I know what it's based off of. Oh. This is probably coming up because, oh yes, Practical Magic. I need to watch that movie. Thank you to my friend who sent this to me. The video. Literally. Gorgeous. Oh my god, Kingdom fucking Hearts. Oh my god, too many fucking feels on this and thoughts. I never even played it, but it has a special place in my heart. Yeah, looking back on all these childhood shows, like, alright, what pedophile did what in what part of the script? Handpan.